that for free. Yeah, so that's how I work. Even though my management is like, we have to change some things because we need to set standards also, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, like what SD is saying, because the management is also there for advice, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what we have to understand, like, he's doing his music. He's there. There is a reason why some people want to have a collabo with him. But collabo doesn't also necessarily mean it just have to happen from the first request. Because let's put it in this way. If you are an artist, you there, right? You have your standards. I want to have a collabo with you. I come with my song, right? So now there is where the game starts. It's whether I come with standards and then you jumping into it and it is balancing, or you singing better than me, but this is my song, and now people are not even listening to me anymore, and it's my song because you you outsmarted this song, right? And or you have the option to say, let me come a little bit down to meet my standards, and then now what is with your career now? Because if SD have to come down low with his talent to jump into a song just to satisfy a brother, so it's also not good for his career. So we, the management, sometimes is also we intervene to make sure that certain artists also try to come with some standards. And some have a project. He cannot jump into this project because the song is whether so controversial or so abusive, the language tone used into the concept of the song is against his way of doing his music. And these are some of the things that people have to understand why some of the artists cannot jump into the projects of other artists, you know. So, but then like he said, because we the management team, we never experience in any situation where ST is asking for money for collab. Never. You know, because even me, people write me and then say, tell me that, can you please link me for a collabo, and then I put it forward. It is never like we never put it forward. We always put it and we discuss it on the management level, you know. So this is how it is. So let's, like ST said, he's giving collabos and he will continue giving collabos, but let's the artists also work better on their projects so that it is balanced.
Yeah, definitely.
Let me add. And also, if you are unable to get a collabo the time you want it, doesn't mean that he don't want to do it. You know, so if you don't have him on your first album, there is a possibility. So some people will get angry and start, thinking some other way just because the time they want him, they didn't get him at that particular time. So yeah.
Okay, guys, TV. Just go to somebody that like, Abdullah, Nicky, then I was you were on the neck. I'm a fee, Ryan to be more in the problem. Who made the SC is a legend for me. Woman, Yagana, you should be very flex regasa, Pabdu. Wake up, Magla, the Batay Muta featuring and used to. Because coming the farm level where you could take your money featuring. Only for me, Hamgo. The Lord no Acon at Walisay. Time bi wàll bu ngeen way ak école dana ko xaaral liggéeyal mais ñu bañ ñu ko gisoon dafa ko xeeb fekk du loolu mënoo jël benn Michael Jackson nga ne dafa war a way kes yi tey mënut a nekk il faut que ñu xam loolu tamit dañ ko war a jàngal ni ñu xam ko doo mën a génne tey way rek parce que ñu si bëri dañuy profité is ST bu ma wayee ak moom comme tey rek ma mën a dama way ak ST ngeen yombal ma ko parce que dina ma yóbbu si beneen level mais moom fan la ko yóbbu il faut tam ñu xool loolu tamit loolu beneen mel ni yéen a ko si mën a dimbali boo bëggee seen saa yi yëpp tamit bu yàggee mooy loolu dañ ci bàyyi xel bu baax a baax dina ñaanal si show bi yàlla def si barke parce que yow kenn nga si man loolu tax ma ñëw comme nga gis ko si presse bam ne yokkul waaye kenn nga si man parce que respect bi nga am ko sa bàyyi gëm-gëm bi nga am ko sa bàyyi wàcce bi nga wàcce sa bopp yàlla bi nga yëkkati saa su ne te loolu dina dem kat incha allah loolu la ñaan
Yeah, so just to add a little jumbo on lower knee, you know. So man, personally, you know, like I was that artist, you know, like I was that young artist, Bohamne, you know, from the start, I wanted to do collabos with some big artists, our own collabos. Yeah, I understand. So me being at this level, when I look at some struggling artists, that reminds me of yeah, I understand, you know, when I was struggling to actually have collabos and not get it. Why come lower knee, you know, you would actually give collabos to people for free because you want the development of Gambian music as a whole. Why people don't see it that way mostly. Yeah, I understand. Entitlement with a big body sometimes, you know. So yo dinga try pour def collabo ak nit to support why koko du ko gis say no, no. It's like, people see like it's a must. Yeah, yeah, I understand. So because the way people view things, that's what it is. So I'm really glad that you understand things, from that perspective. Yeah, thank
Prime
you.
Joe.
Yeah. ST.
Yeah,
Last year, just compare
yeah,
before you do 10 album and then you don't do album again.
yeah.
So, but you're looking like concert album go and then the last one is last year also you have press conference. You were going through a lot. So I hope you're feeling better now.
Okay, so regarding album, yeah, it's always been my dream bring a 10 albums. So yeah, yeah, bring a 10 albums drop. Now nga 8 album drop le. Ado tough So ito ba konting flu niya drop back there. So next year the killing drop lale. After na concert jama bal ke pun space bye na. Janim pulan jawa kana. But fanang, yeah, ninga 10 albums sort of fang, because it doesn't have to be about an album. We can still do 4 songs. Iya kono fans will me entertain a concert. Okay, we still have events. Where tara manke album pedal. But personally, I don't know after 10 album mo mimpang bekala. But until a dream long, pro at least nga po yeah. As an artist, na career kono nga 10 albums sort of, like that. That have always been a dream for me. So ninga wo sindire ko bekala dream come true. But music always live for me, and I'm always gonna be dropping songs to entertain fans out there. What was the second question?
The question was last year.
Yes, cold theater man killing, but the survive can we still breathing, and doing other things, Yeah, 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 yeah. Man.
Countryman.
Walaikum salam.
Anyway, me, I have one question. I tell you more about concert and so on. The first question, time. Government artists have time to perform my own skills, but most of the time I can change it because they want to satisfy an individual artist to not perform. But at the same time, but more than have a VIP but I never understand. And how is the timing? Is this like you see 2 a.m. for example, and then more than me and because I'm not taking a couple of 2 a.m. from 2 a.m. But because of individual artists will be able to get a couple of STG at 3 a.m. It's like this 2 a.m. estimated of performance is going to be 2 a.m. No changes. Even we don't have that ground whether the artist mean that can later go in but the 2 a.m. supposed to be 2 a.m. And the second question is none with the sound system. We use a 9 band and ST Gambian is a household name for Gambian music. It's not for individuals, it's for all of us. Because the brand itself is representing Gambia generally because the ST will be like major people record. The sound system is always a problem in shows. Nimbano before the band, the sound, our sound of the Nimbano and other equipment coming. So, but like, how is the management working on the sound system as well?
Okay, yeah. So, like, in our first question is related to the timing. I will discuss them in the Monday. So, I think that's very important. So, link it at this time. We gonna make sure that in a time when you need to put STS select. I sell over time on. Another pelle at Latin, Abekela you close minus maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes only. But this is the reason why management only are deemed necessary. Because artists will performance time when they categorize in a particular period of time. So and we wanna make sure that no ruling implement, because from STM follow when the artists will come, the artists will be nibela effort taken, the local nibela tunal safela. Inspirational binal and don't go Calabria what they are going through. So that 2 hours or 3 hours to make they are so special for them. They understand what is very important to will be in our respect. So this goes to all the other artists. Let them come in time to make sure that we avoid this complication. So but we're trying to make sure that the time will be dynamic and the performance time we maintain that. So what transformation we have been working on them. This starts with the artist. I love Munela, I love perform, ala rehearsal kata ngadi now coming to the event itself. So ala setup we give it out and then we make the setup, right? Okay, so yen for you being a DJ, I understand where you're coming from. Why the output of the DJ monitors is always different from live band because live band my instruments me along with their channel and the mixer. So your mixer means for the DJ output, where the channel is always free and clear. You play anyhow. So but instrumental you correspond and you have instruments with their own monitors. You have digital monitors of the bass monitor, piano, content theory monitors of the all these are channel. So now here comes like sound engineer the space minister for work during the show because near sound check this is there. Now when the sound started, sound check at the time when the ground is very empty. The output is different. New mode theater, crowd in theater. Now the way the monitors are responding is different based on crowd sound block line. So this is where the sound engineers will have the time to make their adjustments. But when we have like 20 or 30 people standing on the stage, they don't have anything to do there. Don't be a single way bring that cable or they understand that all these are factors they have to change in the Gambian music industry. And this is going out for every other artist. You understand as a product because at the SP on personally, Nara Allah Bedea, Altanda to manage him alone. What I'm talking we should leave the music industry. That understanding, we should set standards. That understanding. So based on that standard, in the more they done it, anybody, me alonko, like from our team to anybody, Niman fence Niman then responsibilities of why you have to be on that stage. Please stay on you. We want that Nina instrumental, for example, me Jembe Kosila the Jembe display. We want the audience to look at it. They don't want to see me. Man of understanding. So sound engineer have to hear the sound output when the instrumental output is very important in the music. The main artists have to be able to correspond with the instrumental players based on their body language. Anyanta kalola action kena buola. Jitatio ya lo SPA in the mean, but like not a lot of front, you have 5 people standing between him and the guitar player. All these things have to be avoided, So Ninatan and the way of setting the sound, we have the management team is working and with the sound engineers to make sure that after setup we maintain that, and during the time of the performance also we maintain that the same standard also. So we will be working on that. Yeah.
I'm good. Dama am lo bu rek concerné comme ni ki doon légui so DJ bi comme si ko stage bi cameraman après du cameraman kessé security ko si kaw man ci fa man ma jaxal ci Gambia nga gis artiste buy play nga gis security bi nek ci kaw for you is playing no is very security ci kaw when the other artists are playing no is very security ci kaw ñom ñu ngi ci suuf di def front nice ba nga gis ay ñaata security ñu ngi ci kaw you can block artists, you can block them. So you have some main camera, but say event, you have some main camera and then next coast till say event because I'm going to show in the future. They you see they like this the stop the cameraman, the stop the communication where I'm between the artist and musician because they communicate with musician and drama with bass guitar. You know I'm sorry. Man lu ma la xalaat tamit security ñu dem leen wàcce ci suuf ñu def ko de way boo xam ne ñu mën a am benn accès ci accès bu ko mën a gaay mais dinañ ko mën a secure.
Okay. Well, then go put into consideration, Jerry.
Yes. We have about 10 minutes to, wrap up the press conference.
Yes.
Those estates. What do you hope fans take away from the concert, and how do you want them to remember this night? Oh, it's night, right?
Yes, it's gonna be an amazing night. Honestly, there's so much to give, and there will be so much to take. Like I said, I don't wanna spoil the surprise, but we are looking forward to be, a memorable night. Another night where we write some more pages to the history books of Gambian music, for sure. Yeah.
One more. Yeah. Can you say a favorite lyric or song, and tell us what it means to you?
Nadia tatelan teriti na kuyata telon teriti nala namu amun namoleti nkonyate damin na telen na jeriti ndeni temu fauti ya muta sauti bauti pempere muntati ya muta katalemu yes just to break it down, I don't know how to break it down because my songs are already broken down for everyone to understand. But it's just talking about the essence of friendship, about being there for each other, and being able to represent your friend even behind your friend. Being a good person and a brother's keeper. Yeah.
Last question, sorry. I'm not sure you answered. One live answer, but still, I'm not using it.
I got 10 minutes. You got last question.
We have 10 minutes.
Okay.
Esther Nigeria, you didn't do one. Once. You'll get something in Santola. You'll get something for good.
This time.
That's a surprise.
Kung ako nyamin, altul de alam tam push la le nga yung call bunyo ko na dad, But yeah, but no pass na honorable manager ya. At sige buri mai ko la na man lagi na yo.
No, kaya pa niya mira. Kaya kaya No, yalo ko like damba ya fo nyami. Ndol mbeka communicate whatever damba ko damba diam dara am ko kadile diam dan defo ma diam dara mala fe understand. So it's like reputational in a bidashia, But there's something for la for me clear and I don't do diam that I find for concerning about artist or other things, artist or communication, and other stuffs. It's not even that. Throughout these 2 years, I don't got any artist me lanka bara album or in kanjan taka ST ka na so in cancel and I try booking na sort of 200,000 plus. I ka na booking in na cancel for that artist to go and perform on those artist shows. Amanke clean amanke flood amanke sabada amanke nani. Wala na nyale ajibe throughout these 2 years on a performance soul limit, because a book na booking soul when the artist is launching his project. Sure, like a sacrifice we make when it comes to Gambian music. He wants everybody to win. But these things, when they are not communicated, people they don't know about it. Yeah. So after mold him for the diam. But management team like okay, $1 don't put for molly. Me never caring. I think me never for at least more base a win Yeah. So no, yeah, because but saying you corona dale. Question on me raise nanja. Understand. So nyem push to that corner, we're gonna say it. You understand?
What to do, a couple can do is not just for the media.
It's
just like, get 200 or another year. Or at least 200 yeah, exactly. With us, it's not about that. Every relationship, brotherhood is genuine to us. So, ning be better akalang akele for the sake of better, not because laughter media mutaya afata exactly. Okay.
What do you have in store for the media?
Aman na June. But still,
Yeah. We will recap. Yeah.
Before they answer ra. Alimpala la next time I give them the adjustment like avoid the micro switch because maybe some of the other micro in a mantra cross contact, I don't know. Yeah, full adjustment of the Kelano Yang full Yalana. Yeah, to avoid
Take note of that.
Yeah, so now they live Telekana. Then but just to make a quick recap on that. So more we talked about it, and then to make sure that based on your concerns, we try to upgrade them to our standards of satisfaction. So alle general issue fundraising related to don't the mama can perform. So me and me is directed to us still management. Ntol ba trial nga wo handle. But not suggestion of the media houses management, they can try to contact the Gambian Music Union or the artist management in ESC. Katandila, these are our general concerns on various events to come out with solutions and possibilities, and in stage managers will find because some of you have more experience in terms of stage decision making than us, you know. But now Allah opinion of al control na mira de nali nyinke tangal pedale. We work on new ideas, you know. So pur was a wonyama, but even now best trial, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
We have 3 more minutes.
few minutes, but okay.
We could take two last questions.
Yeah, maybe we can have two,
we need to
you know, last questions, because we have an important update that will be important to the fans to know.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
No. Kanga warana alna ning artist gate.
Artist gate, you come through the artist gate, but Ali more bala rek Allah cartoon.
Mo manyan na fe ala press.
Yeah, because
Allah cartoon you Ali can you come through the artist gate.
we are doing our best to ensure that all the members of the press have their cards a bit early. If we do that, it's not going to cause any commotions, because it is going to be hard. Puru ye Ismaila Fadera je aita bundato security mam momilong elava ke fongo present as a media personnel card mantere bulokono waka kole ya bakele, so but then with your press card that the management is going to provide, you can use the jet that will be convenient to you, and we will not have any push and pull with the security.
Yeah.
One last question.
That's why we created the press. Sorry. Let me explain.
That's why.
So no muga ma answer ko si olom na pool. Okay. Yeah, comme noko waxe fogg na ne dal mo nek the same question the sister bit mom tam lum la ak luñ waxon fini before. So then sometimes certain situations and circumstances lu dey waral lolu nonu lu tax card si di delay, mbate dafa nek delay on the side of, because sometimes when press contact person bi mom kum dey communicator to some of these press houses, based on our protocols. So dunde buga pour nit ñew randomly, even though yaa nga amee sa camera or and like comme ça nu ko waxee, some people da nga gis ne dañoo ñëw si event bi ak smartphone. So it's very difficult sometimes do they gis any sign bu nekkee ne like their faces are familiar, then they xam ne okay kii exactly, wante sometimes you need certain clarifications pour nga xam ne exactly kii lu mu nekk di wax loolu la, at the same time tan ndax danga ko mun a jox kaati ñeneen ñi pour mu yóbbu. So loolu moo ko dee waral, wante dañoo make so based on this year standard bu ñu nekk di upgrade ak nu ñu nekkee di liggéey moo nekk we have a list, Ismaila have a list, and based on this list xam nañ ne exactly 100% kii dinañ ko jox kaat sami. So da ngaa gis ne bu ñu ñëwee rek then they get it so easily, yeah.
Sorry, man, I don't wanna keep us on here.
Yeah.
I just want to say a big thanks to the management of ST. I cannot call it the new management, but then the management, the level of standards and the level of maturity you guys are running the ST brand, especially the team, the whole team. In the past years, we've been seeing so many, things that were kind of, difficult, reaching to ST, having some certain things with ST, but we can see now the management is really working hard to see things going on the international standards, to see ST brand to the next level. The reason why I am raising some awareness on certain things that are happening behind the scenes in the music industry, it's not like they come, it's from we have to sit down and wait for you gather you meeting. We hope like they come. ST is the face of Gambian music. If ST set any standard in anything that we are doing in Gambian music, I know the other fellow artists are gonna follow steps. Yeah. I understand. So let me settle a standard. So let me settle a community we can at least can you know okay any sort of money because they'll come face any problem more is problem more is because sometimes we don't work stick up you don't work it you cannot come in the media okay people will be like okay he hater it's Gambia they don't find your hater but sometimes one can direct then you got the boy the bow the hanga you know definitely cool but then sometimes we just have to come clearly discuss as understand it's not about Gambian music industry before me there is no industry bro Right, bro. Who are you gonna talk to, bro? We are the industry. Yeah. If you take out STR from the industry, who am I gonna talk to? So the level and the standards has to start from ST, I think. So congratulations on everything that is going on for the last year. ST has been given one of the biggest collabs. You know, I wanna say a big thanks for that. I can see he's less on his, not releasing his songs, but then the collabs he's giving is like a big, win for Gambian music. And we are behind him and behind the Instagram.
Thank you very much. So we want to give some information that there is going to be a restaurant built inside at the concert center. So by the Motherland restaurant, because ngalone mol ka mejele model kanale covering 8-7 fango. So there is going to be a restaurant built in there by Motherland restaurant. So it'll the mal betaralaje model betaralaje milan ko they are connected with GCCI that has to do with helping women. Well, they're going to be in there, but not outside vendors. Nila betaralaje Motherland restaurant. And another thing, momo nimol be ticketo sanna you try puriye ticketo sang from the right vendors. Banta there is no gate tickets. So if you buy ticket at the gate, in case if it happened to be the bad one, you are at your own. So as far as we are concerned, no gate tickets. So ntella mol mantara ntella mo manyana ticketo wafila bundato. So nalbe ticketo wafi sanka momo ya bundato, as a isetano, because last year we more than 100 tickets. Now more than 100 tickets is the fake ones. Some of them crying, but unfortunately, they cannot enter. So lafta promote be along gate ticket mantaraje.
Yeah, just to throw a little stuff on what you were saying, Dolfana, we are not, because we, like you said, we cannot just be working, and say it's Gambian level. No, we always try to compare ourselves to international level, So every other day, every other event, we are always trying to push things to set standards, to doing things like it's done all around the world. So the rest assured, we would really put all of this into consideration. Yeah.
Yeah, so Ismaila also updated me right now. So related to the VIP also, the VIPs are allowed to use the artist gate, but nevertheless, anybody who wanna come through the main gate, they can also use it, So, but then they are also allowed when they are having the VIP card to come through the artist gate. So also because we've been having these questions also online and stuff, so it is raised here by one media personnel, the new management. Okay, it's true some of you might not be familiar with our faces, but then I would say like we have been working with ST for so long. It's just like maybe it is from maybe last year or year before last. Some of us are seen us, but then the only concert that we don't attend, big concert was at this Saluto. Yeah, but since Gambiana, if some of you might go to the clips, you might always see, we always there since Gambiana at the stadium. So Cardi since from day one, so it's just like we are having maybe some faces, who were presenting as of being in the forefront, but then the team was there, with bricks since ages. So it's not like these are sometimes how people might think this is somebody new who might not know more about the management procedures and other things. But then it is always nice to clear because it's not because of your statement, but it's because I do also have some questions. Some people might ask me, are you since when are you working with him and this kind of thing. So that's clear, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What's next for FC after the concert? Are there any upcoming projects or those?
Yes, there will always be upcoming projects. Music is life for me. But I want to take this opportunity to thank all the media houses, the press, for being here. We cannot do this without you all. So we are all in this together. And I also want to tell you guys, this is not just the team. There's a whole lot of other people in the background too that are working, putting in their effort to make sure the event goes as planned as usual. So Al-Nimbara, Allah Barakabaka.
Yeah. Just to conclude, I would use this opportunity to thank the members of the press and the media for gracing this important occasion, which is the press conference. Please, just like we said, those of you that are attending the press conference today, do not go home without writing your name on the attendance list, because it is the attendance list that will help in the distribution of the press cards. We have created the media group. I know some of you are not in the media group. Before you go home, please, let's try to coordinate so we can have all of you in the media group. This will help the distribution of the media tax, because you cannot also be at the press calling bricks, calling ST, or calling Cardi when the press cards have already been distributed. Let's try to avoid that. In as much as there is progress, or in as much as you want the management to at least work on one or two things, we believe the members of press also have a responsibility in hand in order to make this so successful. Dr. Kadi has already made mention of it. I also have to, re-echo. Please, the tickets are available and the authorized vendors are selling tickets. Anybody who wants to purchase tickets, you can use this platform and reach out to the vendors or reach out to the various restaurants that are having tickets. Avoid buying tickets at the gate, because if you are caught selling tickets, your ticket may be confiscated from you. At the worst case scenario, the ticket will be collected by the security, and we don't want that. People crying at the gate, saying I buy ticket, and at the end of the day, people will be like, but mamwe. We are using the opportunity to say ticket mantara wafi kambundara. On that note, we thank you all for your attendance and look forward to the concert on Saturday. Thank you. Okay, we
Program
close here.
program de la.
All right, thank you. All right.
Mammin ko kana ta ya